Hi, I'm Heather Wilson, your book lady for your party. Now, first here, I'm going to show you is the things that I've chosen for my family as like homework helpers, school stuff, that kind of thing. We homeschool. We have 6, 4, and 3 currently as of May 2015. So we definitely have one that's done with kindergarten into first grade, so we are starting to look for that. What's next? The homework helpers. They've already been introduced. Now what? So the first thing that I'm going to show you is my favorite thing, but Usborne books. I absolutely love these for so many reasons. The reason why I chose these is because as I was trying to figure out what to do for reading for my kids, trying to, what do I do in kindergarten? Do I want phonics? What do I do? I came across these. And at that point I'm like, we need to make sure that our literature is quality literature. We're not just going to read, but we're going to read for a purpose. And so my favorite thing is these illustrated classics. As you can see, beautiful bindings, beautiful covers. We have some that are actually complete and unabridged, which is fabulous. Fabulous. They do have some pictures, not a lot. The whole entire book, here you go. We have Heidi, we have Wizard of Oz, and we'll keep adding more and more. I know from my first time I saw them, they only had a handful. Now they have quite a few that they've added. These are incredibly popular and for good reason. Again, I don't want to fill up my bookshelf just with books. I want quality books, and I want to make sure my kids are learning good vocabulary and that their books have depth to them, that when we are going to cause discussions in our family, and really because we want to not teach kids what to think, but how to think, how to process, how to question things. And these classics are such a great way to do that. Here's just one of our 6. Currently, we've already read this one. We've read all of them, but Shakespeare will be starting soon, where my husband is working his way through stories from around the world, which my girls are just loving. And again, where it's opening up a lot of discussions with our 6-year-old, because it's different traditions, different cultures, and so we've been able to learn about, why does a different country during a different time period believe in many gods, and that a tree would be developed by, created by a god, and some crazy kind of legends. And so we've had good discussions about those kind of things. So quality is the key, and these will give you quality. So this is what we use are going to be using for literature. And they have great pictures in the inside, and what I love is, if you notice, that each story is going to have slightly different pictures, and so the pictures are unique to the story. Little Women is probably the favorite in this book of my girls. They absolutely loved it, and I think it's a good thing that we started with this one. It's because if we get to the complete and unabridged, Beth dies, and she hasn't in this one. Like, good thing, because I didn't think I wanted to deal with that right before bed. My second favorite thing that we have, that I'm so excited about, very, very soon being able to use these a lot, is all of our dictionaries, encyclopedias, that kind of thing. We have this great one for our really young ones. First, I should say, when I say really young, I mean our young elementary. Your first through third grade are really going to get the most benefit out of it. You can see there are quite a few words, but not too many. It's not too overwhelming. But we have flaps. Flaps that are going to reveal different things. We're turning the book. We're discovering. We're using a lot of different senses. The kids are going to be able to better retain that information and then retrieve it. So really, really neat for those young kids, really to introduce topics and great for the classrooms, whether homeschool or you're a teacher in public, private, charter. I know this is, I think, a must-have for that younger grades. These I love, and I just want my kids to be like, let's write a research paper, because I'm so ready for them to use these and just go on the internet and search. They have fabulous pictures, and this one's really fun, just about animals, and it's kind of neat because as you go along, they'll talk about different places. Here's Europe, and there's a picture with the animals. Now, what's really cool about these kind of books is they're internet linked, and any of them that are internet linked, you're going to go to www.usborne.com/quicklinks, and when you get to that site, you're going to click on the book you're talking about. This would be the Usborne World of Animals. So we click on that, and then we'd say, oh, we are on page 66 and 67. So it'll take you to all the information around the web that they have searched and they have found that are going to be the best resources for you for page 66 and 67. It's going to have maps, it's going to have pictures, it's going to have all these internet links that you can trust, that you know when they click on them, they're not going to be sent to crazy places. There's not going to be pop-ups that you're going to have to worry about that you don't want them to see. I wish I had these when I was in school. My sister, I still remember her doing a report in about 9th grade on black widow spiders. Now, when you type in black widow into your search engine, you can imagine what might pop up. And so it was a hard project for her to do, to find something on the internet that was going to be appropriate. And it was something that my dad had to sit next to her and help her find the information on. You do not have to worry about that with these. You don't have to just type in, go through search engines. They're going to give you direct links to pages with your topic. So that is really fabulous. This one, I just have to show you the inside, the Encyclopedia of World History. And most encyclopedias have a lot of words and no pictures. These are awesome. I am ready to go through and find about as much information on everything as I can. This one has important dates, the timelines. You can see on the bottom, again, has the timeline. So this is a fabulous, fabulous help if you're talking about world history. It starts with, prehistoric time. What are fossils? Clues from fossils. Story of life. The bird of the earth. The beginning of life. Fish out of water. It's going to talk about from the beginning. I'll show you the world time chart for the last 500 years. So the Americans, Europe, Africa, Asia. So 1900, 1950, 2000. So it does go fairly recent. So really, really great. And there's a few different options for different, there's a science one. And so just, if you look on the e-commerce site, and type in encyclopedias, that'll come up. Otherwise, you can go under homework helps. That's, they're under there. Great additions to your classroom, whether at home or in a school setting. Great. I love this series. It's Usborne Phonics Readers, Ted and Friends. My daughter loves them for a few different reasons. One, she's already able to read all these words. They have a CD. You put the CD in and the kids can follow along. She loves, the first story is about a fat cat. And she loves cats, and so she loves the fat cat. But when we got to this page, and she noticed this flap, she got pretty excited, and she was really into the book after that. Now, it can be overwhelming because obviously it's a big book, but it has so many different stories. What I like is we are teaching our curriculum for English, phonics, reading kind of thing, and spelling is all, we don't teach letters, we actually teach phonograms. And so this book actually kind of goes through along the same lines. It actually show you if you're not used to that, how would you sound out the words. So it gives you the list of words. This is for the last story. Mouse Moves House is the story. And so it will show you how it needs to be sounded out, like pack. Pack is spelled P-A-C-K. It has 4 letters, but it has 3 sounds. So when they are sounding it out, p-a-k, pack. And so it'll show you, and it'll break it down how you would have them sound it out. And then it also gives you hints, because like the word here, H-E-R-E, here, it's ear. E-R-E actually makes the sound ear, like your ear. So it'll give you a lot of helps to help your child be able to work on different sounds and be able to sound them out. So I think it's a really great a tool to use in addition, especially if you have a kid that needs a little bit extra help reading. This is going to be really incredibly beneficial, and I think it'll actually strengthen them as readers. If you're looking at, a long break, summer, Christmas, things like that, where you just want something to be able to keep them caught up with school, this is a great option. If you're a teacher, homeschool, in a school setting, great classroom resource, I think. It is fabulous. And the last thing I want to show you when it comes to education, things that we're using for school, that kind of thing. Wait, actually I have another thing to show you. So first I'm going to show you this. This is for us born beginners. So these are for, I could use now with my little ones. And we actually use books like this already, but I love this one. I think this is better than even some of the National Geographic books that we've used in the past. Panda bears. It's going to tell you about panda bears. It's going to tell you about the panda homes. It has pictures of the homes. It has real pictures along with, kind of the cartoon pictures. And it's going to go through and tell you everything about pandas. And I think these are fabulous. It's a series and there's quite a few to choose from. Fabulous. I love these. I want all of them. Honestly, the best that I've seen that are similar to this is by far the best. I think the way that the pages are broken down makes it easy to read. It makes it easy to see what pictures they're talking about. Makes it easier for the kids to visualize. As you see here, baby pandas. Baby pandas are called cubs. A mother panda has a cub every 2 to 3 years. A panda makes a den inside a cave or hollow tree before she has her cub. When the cub is born, it is very small. It has pink skin and hardly any fur. The mother holds the cub close to keep it warm. The cub drinks her milk. And there's a real picture. This cub is now 6 weeks old. Its black and white fur has started to grow. So I love the combination of them. I love the way that it's very simple to navigate. Love these books. Now I'm going to show you the Learning Palette. And if you've never seen the Learning Palette before, it's a game. But what's great about it, no batteries. I hate to waste those batteries. It seems like I'm always changing them. This is just really fabulous. Plus, they can do this on their own. This is not something that you have to sit down and explain to them and do everything with. This is the palette. It has the cover, so I'm screwing off the cover. Take the cover off. Go. And so this is what they'll use. Now, as you can see, we have these little, if you want to call them, chips. So you have some that have holes in, some that do not. And you have 6 different colors. So what you're going to do is you're going to take these off, okay? And I'll just show you these. Okay, so we're looking at odd or even. First, I actually need to do it the right way. Okay, so this is the side they're looking at. They're going to put this card on. Show you again. They have different cards. I have 3 of them. 2 are math and then 1 reading comprehension. So I'm going to put this on here. It actually has 2 holes to line up. And so here's the question. We're looking at odd or even. And if I look at here, the number 3 has the solid green. So is 3 odd or even? Well, it is odd, so I'm going to put it here. And so the 4 is going to be even. So this is very, very basic. You're beginning kindergarten. And if you look on the e-commerce site, it actually goes up, depending on the subject, it definitely goes past kindergarten. So you can use it first, second. I thought one of the subjects actually went up to 4th grade. I'd have to double check on that. But just amazing that the simplicity of this, it'll still get the kids learning. Once they have it all filled in, they're going to flip it over and check. And if they'll see if they got them all right. There will be a little line if there's a hole. It will be a solid line if there's not. So there they are. They just checked their work to see, and they can make changes as they need to. Something they can do on their own. They don't need your help. Super, super, super easy.